My friends, welcome to exercise 80 in the FreeCAD series. Today in exercise 80, I want to build this bolt in part design workbench. So first thing first, I want to do some image processing. And on this object, I want to keep working on the front face. So I'll place this object on XZ plane. Currently it's on XY plane. So let me go ahead and then change that real quick and say that XZ plane, and there it is. So there on the front side, I want to start working on the revolve part. So my target is to build the outer shell first and then work on the hexagonal hole in the middle that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it right in the middle and at the bottom. So there are 2 or 3 chamfers involved here and there. I'll have to keep that in mind before I finish the video. Before that, let's go ahead and do our sketching on XZ plane. That's where the image is. And as I said, I want to build. So I want to go ahead and then build this chamfer right now. Okay, you see this, it's over constrained. It's because 2 of these point on object line constraint and the horizontal line. So I'll come back and then delete the horizontal constraints in a moment. But there I am. It's good that I'm doing the chamfering right here, so I won't have to come back and actually do that later on, because I want to avoid chamfers as much as I can. On this one, I'll come back to make it a hexagonal hole later on. So for now, I just want to build the middle one. So let me go ahead and delete this part. Okay, so that's now kind of under constraint, and we'll keep applying the constraints. So first thing first, this is 40-degree angle. So it would be 135, which is 40-degree in other words. And this one will be parallel to this, right? And this one will be another 135. All right. Now what? This height is 50, obviously. And then this point, between this point and this point, this length would be 20 minus 4.5. So 20, wait, no, there was, between these 2 points, the length would be 20 minus 4.5, which is 15.5. Okay, that 4.5 actually comes from this 9. So let me go ahead and then key that in as 4.5. All right, and now the distance between these two would be 10, right? And what else? So this point, like the distance between these two, we can see that from, so 0.6. Let's go ahead and then make that 0.6, right? And that is constraint. We have 5 more degrees of freedom, so another 0.6, right? Was it? So this is 3 radius. And what else? Okay, this looks crooked, so let me go ahead and then make that horizontal. Now we have to have this length specified as 30. Okay, and from this point to this point it is 20. Okay, I don't have to do that. The other thing I have to do is actually making these 2 points vertically 0.6 millimeter apart there. So that's our outer shell. We got that. I'm gonna go ahead and then change that to sketch outer shell, right? And then do a revolution. And vertical axis looks good. And 360 there. So we got our revolution, and this is the outer shell that I was looking for. Now what I have to do is I have to actually build this octagonal, this hexagonal part, and then make a pocket out of it. So, and that will be on this face, which is going to be XY plane and 50 millimeter away from the origin. So let's go ahead and then place this image on XY plane, right? And I want to move it down right here, and it is 50 millimeter above the base, so I'm going to go ahead and then pull that up for 50. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to draw and sketch on XY plane, and I want to place that or at 50 millimeter. Now the sketch is at the bottom. I want to pull that up by 50, so I can do that. I'm gonna go ahead and then rename that first. Sketch, I'm gonna say pocket. So one way I can do that is come here in attachment. In the position, I can say the Z is 50, and that way that sketch comes up, but I want to make that following the best practices. So I want to bring this 50 from this object, right? And let's go back to that sketch and have this 50. So let's go ahead and name it as bolt height. Okay, so we have the name in there, right? We will use that in here. So in this 50, I'm going to say I want to go to sketch outer shell dot constraints dot bolt height. All right. So now every time I go change the height, say I go and change the height to make it 60, this sketch will be placed at the top all the time. All right. Now that it's taken care of, let's go ahead and then build our hexagonal hole. Okay, so the distance between these two, it's 20. Is that what it says? Yeah, I'll take that. It says 1 times 45, so the 0.6 that I did would be actually 1. This will be 1. Okay. All right. So we got that sketch done. I want to do a pocket, right? And that pocket length will be 10 millimeter down there. So there will be pocketing, and I want to bring that down by 10 there. So that is our bolt. Now if you notice, there is a 0.6 millimeter chamfering at this edge. So let's go ahead and make that chamfer 0.6 millimeter. I think that's all we need. That is our object. Yep, that's our object. Now, because we did this in part design, we did not have to do Boolean operation. If it was done in part workbench, the additional thing that I would have to do is make some Boolean operation here and there. But other than that, the operation would be almost the same. I hope you liked this process. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.